put up a poll for what you guys want on the second screen. What on second screen? Speedrun. Monster Hunter. I don't think they have any new Monster Hunter Wild stuff. We just do like Monster Hunter World, I suppose, and then suggestions. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate it though. Trenches. Thank you. It's that time. Let's go ahead and see about getting some good old get some good old writing done. I think I saw a putty cat. I think what I'll do is meowdy doo to you too once again. Also, I literally just fixed this. Tell me that it's a hater. General chat bubble. Just saw Amazing Gunmar and then saw its AI. That always hurts the feelings. I feel like there's been multiple times where I just don't catch that it's AI art. And it's just really fucking sad. It's not like... It just doesn't feel that easy to be able to tell. Which is crazy. To me. Got downgraded from Obama's now. I took all of the Pokemon ones out, I think, but there is new ones, so feel free to change it. Yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna get any easier. I am actually looking into custom sprites for subscribers for stream avatars, but it's probably gonna be a while before I can do that. Alright, so first things first, before we go straight into where I left off, let's go to the profiles really quick. Let's go down to the ranking system. We need to change the header type. End of DB power levels, Dragon Ball, not, oh, like actual DB. Oh, I didn't know that. It is stronger than Obama's now. I do think you kind of gotta... I think it's got a cuteness factor that Arrow Beedramon doesn't have, though. Build ranking system. In my humble opinion, I don't really think that good old Arrow Vidramon's cute. It's kinda, I think it's kinda not. Which members rank, carries KKKKK, very cool. Am I tripping? Maybe this is fine. I was kind of thinking in my head that the formatting for this was badge, but maybe I'm wrong. Fighting game tournament 1? Okay. Let's do, you know what we haven't done yet? I mean, Fatal Fury's not out yet, but let's watch the Hunter X Hunter and then Impact. Let's watch this. And then if there's time, let's go ahead and swap over to and swap over to King of Fighters or something. The Zelders. You missed the poll. Hold that L for all of eternity. Tee-hee. Tee-her. Dragon. Ugh. Well, we don't like the Hunter in here. I can just put on Strive or King of Fighters 15. Yeah, fuck it, this is fine. I just need to steal it. I need to steal what I wrote here and put it into my actual Skelly. Please. Yes. And I also need to update the what the fuck is it called? Heading 1. Oh, my apologies. Heading 1. 23rd, huh? Okay. I need to update Betty real quick. She's definitely my most problematic character right now, I think. So she doesn't deserve all stab. She's getting Shivering Princess. She also needs to get double tap. But not quite called double tap, so Jamie. Oh, did he not save? The fuck? He just straight up not save? Dismantle. All step. Very cool. Okay. Very neat, very neat. What am I writing? Jeremy, I am currently writing basically the lore story for me. I'm going through and making a book little by little, piece by piece. Also, I think YouTube has a pretty massive delay, so if I respond late to your question, that's more likely than not why. If you're interested in all the stuff you missed, my VODs channel has all of the writing sessions stored on it as well. Okay, so when we left off, a couple of things that happened. We did Jamie's first confrontation. We had Chuck and his daughter. Already forgot her name. Very good job on my part. talk with them. Jamie assisted them, brought the people that were being attacked, brought over to whatchamacallit. They brought it over to Vladimir to get help. Well, some degenerate says, "Hey friend, I've got to get to sleep now, but much love for you and your partner, Little Fighting Bean." I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for swinging by. I hope you get some good sleep. I do be writing. This is currently my 3rd series that I've actually started writing for. I've got All Dust Kronos, All Dust Vanguard, their sister series. I've got something else that's in the works that I'm not going to release until I'm done with the first 2, and then I'm working on Lucky Days. Holly, that's her name. Tolly. I'm gonna say Tolly though. I like the pronunciation of Tolly better. Doesn't really matter either way, honestly. Okay, so Lucky. Okay, that's where we left off. Lucky was in their feelings because they're still struggling to use their magic. After all the crash landing, they've got some confidence issues. They've got a mental block. They're having a hard time getting it up, as they would say, when it comes to their magic. So, poor Lucky indeed. Yeah, she kind of going through it right now. She kind of feeling sauced. She finally took in the maid cafe, so she's back in the Fool's Carol. She's actually looking at it, seeing what's going on. We got to witness the introduction of Holly and Net and Tara, and then Taiga came in as well. But I removed the Pokemon, you missed it. So the Pokemon packs I were using was taking up too much space on Stream Elements and was spiking the RAM occasionally. Didn't really have a massive impact, but it did cause it, so I couldn't download anything else for Stream Elements, even though I have the extended package. So Pokemon being the largest draw on all of that, I decided to remove them from the equation. If people really want them back over some of the other stuff, I can probably move shit around. Maybe I'll do a poll in Discord, or like do a roll call of the options. See what people want to do. It's not hard to add stuff back in or remove it. It's very fast. She slumped in her chair. Yep. So she ate her food. Do you change your on-screen? Yeah, so the best way to do that, if you're on PC, is you scroll down a little bit. There's a Stream Avatars widget. You have to allow it to do its thing, and then you can search for your avatar in here and make your customizations if it has any. If you're on mobile, there's like a little, like a square widget thing, if I remember correctly. Make a request channel, and then you put a request a specific avatar. Maybe. I feel like I have like a million, but I don't want to request a specific avatar, now that I think about it, unless, because all of them come in packs for the most part. They don't come with like individuals. Maybe there's a way to like remove one at a time, I don't know. Just seems like a lot. I'd have to think about that, because they come in packs of like hundreds. They don't come in like a pack of one or whatever. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I make like a special channel in Discord for subs and let them, request stream avatars. I actually should make a special section for Twitch subs, because I have enough stuff there that's like kind of them only anyways, that I haven't been utilizing that I definitely can. Okay, so this is busy. Jamie sat back down, got caught up with Lucky. I'm not a dog. I don't know if there's anything to do. So if I remember, yeah, I left off at a really bad spot because I was changing directions, and I don't remember exactly what I was planning on, how I was planning to bridge to the next part. Silver hair, noble blue tips, yep. It's Tyga. Jimmy wave down the servers. I don't know. Okay, so Lucky is still upset, but now that Jamie is sat back down, she's feeling a bit better. Server came over and took Jamie's order. The Lucky had just finished a meal. We placed an order for so she did almond rice, and she had Luna loaf, which is basically just like a sweet. Oh, I'm gonna get a fucking cheeseburger, bro. Bacon burger. Sorry about that. Okay. Bacon cheeseburger. With a click of the pen. Burger. Took off once more. Making you hungry. Tell me about it. I basically had 4 slices of pizza for lunch and dinner today. I had 2 slices earlier before I wait, did I eat anything else? No, I had mac and cheese. I had some mac and cheese today. I forgot. I didn't really, I don't know. I didn't eat well balanced today at all. I was kind of busy. I was zooming. I was doing shit. I wanted something with chicken or something. Sounds like I'll have the rumblies. Yeah, I mean, I took Lactate each time, but it's definitely going to catch up with me. I'm going to be in pain. Actually, speaking of being in pain, I gave my job my 2 weeks today. Excuse me. So either tomorrow I'm going to be coming home early because they're letting me go and firing me because I gave my 2 weeks, or tomorrow I'll get to work and I'll get to finish out my work week or whatever. But I have to submit my yeah, I'll have to submit some paperwork if they let me go, which is fine, and then drop off the equipment and whatnot. And then I'll probably just DoorDash until my new job starts up, which is a-okay. Click a pen, the server took off once more. Appreciate you for swinging by, Jeremy. Have a good day. Good mac and cheese and a mashed potato bowl today. That's also a recipe for disaster. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, side. Okay, no, let's do this. Loki. He beamed. Okay. Started. Jamie. Okay, started Jamie. What? No. Oh my god, new. We're pretty cool today. use force. Who said? I don't know. You thought that was cool. You should see me when actually working sometime. Sounds like they could legally fire me if the other company's a competitor, but otherwise it may be wrongful termination if they fire you. Yeah, it's not even close to competitor. It's a completely different field. It's still sales, but like they're not even like tangentially competitors. Completely different industry. It's not like, for example, when you're like construction sales, if you're selling somebody windows and you go to work for like a basement company or like a roof company or like a bathroom company or kitchen company, like the window company would be like, oh, you're going to competitor because they're trying to decide if they're going to get doors and windows over fucking bathroom or whatever, right? This is like, I'm going from communications to fucking actual construction sales again, so yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, if they do legally fire me, it is what it is. But I also work in like an at-will state, so they could fire me for anything at any time without reasoning, and it doesn't matter. Which is why it's so common when people give 2 weeks here, people just get fired. Like it literally giving your 2 weeks is kind of synonymous with I quit. A lot of companies don't respect you for that. This is why so many companies here have a no pay clause, where if you have commission or like bonuses pending, they can just not pay you if you quit or give notice or they fire you. Which is like, that should be super illegal because you've already done the work, but it's not considered paid out. So I don't know, they get around it somehow, and it's really bullshit. Well, people just quit now for more reasons than just that, but yes, it's mostly the company's fault. Employees have exactly there's no advantages, there's no reason. There's not even like an emotional, well, I'm doing the right thing, right? If you stay for the 2 weeks or give it 2 weeks, there's no reason to do it at all. The only reason I'm giving it 2 weeks is because I respect my direct manager and they've been very good to me. And I don't, like I told him a month ago I was looking. I'd been looking before that. I just turned down a lot of offers. And I told him, I was like, listen, I would train somebody to replace me. I'm going to be leaving as soon as I get an offer at a job I really, really want. And he was like, oh yeah, appreciate you letting me know, whatever. He didn't fire me. He didn't tell anybody. So like I wanted to at least let him know, like, hey. I mean, I probably shouldn't have told him a month ago that I was looking, because he probably could have turned around if I was wrong, if I judged him incorrectly, he could have turned around and said, go fuck yourself, right? And then just shot me, fired me. But I turned out to be right this time, so it was all good. I don't think I'm a terrible judge of character when it comes to like people in person. I think I get a good read on people pretty quick, and I think that's why I'm so good at sales. And I also think that like, because of the way I am with confrontation and like angry people and the way people are and how I normally like to handle things, that's part of the reason why people see me as they have a hard time with me, because I'm just very abnormal with that stuff. It's fine though. You get used to it. I will say this, narcissists fucking hate me. Like actual narcissists. It's like when I walk in a room and there's one there, we both kinda hug each other immediately. I almost instantly don't like them and they almost instantly don't like me, and there's like, it's not like I wanna be like that. It's not like I wanna dislike somebody or wanna have drama or problems. I just like, I'm avoiding that person. Get pegged. Yeah, basically. Pegged me for a fucking autistic individual, because their tricks don't work on me. So funny. Dude, this game looks so fun. Holy shit. I ain't even gonna front. Oh my goodness. But every time I do one of these late night luckies, I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep. It's worth it though. The air dashing looks floaty. I agree. It looks floaty, but it also looks like snappy. Makes sense. Looks fast. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. I'm gonna close your throat with the bacon, shithead, if you don't wake up. It's okay. I'll be playing City of Wolves mostly on Strive. Probably won't play a whole lot of this. Oh, I didn't hit 2 O's. Very cool. We'd love to see it. Oh my god, you need quotation marks, buddy. Why's that? Don't. Why is that? So now I'm good. Why is that? I don't like the idea needing to be saved. Can't protect myself or anyone else. I'd be a library. I don't like the idea of needing to be saved. Yeah. I can't protect myself or anyone else. Yeah. I'd be a liability. Meow self. Don't do it. You already got like a million other things. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. God damn it. It's fine. Head. No. We studied Lucky's brush on this face. Also, chat, I want to tell you something as a writer, that this is like, this varies to writer pretty wildly, actually. Many writers don't like the idea of using like similar or samey words close together or multiple times in a chapter. For example, he asked, he said, Jamie felt, blah blah blah, right? Like, they're like, oh, you need to, like, he inquired, he sleuthed, he blah, like, you gotta like creative with it, you gotta be really blah blah blah. And to that I say, nobody gives a fuck, right? If you're trying to in my opinion, and this is other writers share this opinion as well, but in my opinion, if you're trying to increase the user experience, and you're not trying to do like an academic paper, you're not trying to like do some really crazy thought experiment type book or anything like that, you're just trying to have like a nice relaxing read with some plot and some stuff happening, you don't need to get crazy with the alterations to things. It's different if you're like constantly just like, he looked to the right, he looked at his friend, he looked at, like, yeah, then maybe there's other ways you need to address that, right? Peering over his shoulder, when so-and-so came into his view, like, yeah, like, definitely utilize the other stuff, but you should still, he looked. The more natural and the more, what's it called? If you're using a third person point of view, and it's not like a unique character that's doing the third person point of view, like an all-knowing narrator or something like that, generally speaking, just let it be. You know, you don't need to get too crazy with it. Like, there's certain things that I would say sometimes that I'm just like, nah, we're just gonna tone it back a bit. You want to make the there's a word for it. It's not non-crucial, but basically you want to make the non-crucial information as layman and as regular as possible, so that the other stuff that really matters and needs to bear weight, or like be exciting or really sad or whatever, is able to really shine. That's just one school of thought. There's a lot of schools of thought on how to go about like that part of writing. But this is like the school of thought I subscribe to with the type of stories I engage in as far as like being an author. If I were to sit here and write like a Sherlock Holmes type book, right, where it's like hyper intellectual characters, it's meant to be thought-provoking, anything like that, I would have a bit of a different approach to it. But for something like this that's meant to be just like more of a, specifically this one is supposed to be, you know, somewhat funny, but also have like somewhat dramatic story beats, and also have like an attempt at a self-contained story per book. I don't even know if I'm gonna go that route, to be honest. But there's like a theme per chapter. I don't think that really fucking matters. It's more important to put your energy into making an enjoyable read. Basically, this is what it boils down to. It's more important to make an enjoyable read than it is to make a thought-provoking read when you're trying to make a fun story. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. And again, everybody's got different points of view on that, and that's okay. I started writing books because I didn't like how predictable and one note a lot of Western media felt, and there were things about Eastern media that also had the same issue, but I felt they were more varied. So I was like, man, I should just write a book that caters to me, and that's why I started doing Kronos the way I did, and then Vanguard. But that's like a big part of why I write. And actually, if it wasn't for reading or writing, I don't think I would have started streaming. There's a whole story behind that too, and I don't think I want to share that today. It makes sense. True. I hope so. At least I could explain my reasoning well enough. Even if people don't agree with it, that's okay. Just play Dark Souls and then watch 80 hours of VOD so we can explain the Lord in me. Brother is actually trying to get me to submit my life and never get it back. That's fucking crazy. So on my to-do list for today, I had writing, streaming, fix Betty's info, I did that. Edit, upload my thank you video, I've edited it, haven't uploaded it. Make thumbnails for the week, do my Twitch YouTube schedule for the week, did both of those. And finish laundry. So all I've got left to do is upload my thank you video and do thumbnails for it. And then I can go to bed saying I did all my tasks. Feels good. Minus, well, the other ones I didn't put on that show. A lot of these lore books seem pretty neat, seem kind of neat. I think lore books in general are pretty cool. Imagine like compiling lore for another property. That's some dedication. You know, you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong. That's crazy. So, river came back with their food and placed of them. Wrong, but stops. He rated. Excuse me, that was fucking disgusting. He moved. He shifted. Shifted his. So here's the thing. First of all, ugh. I think I need to get new glasses. Glasses be hurting my head a little too much throughout the day. You have to. Oh, what the fuck? I'd be pressing buttons. I'd be pressing buttons. I'd be pressing buttons. I'd be pressing buttons. Lifted his turkey sausage. Side of the plate. His toast to another. And left his hotcakes and the bottommost sure. Okay. There we go. We'd kill oil beacon smacked. A swift. A swift flick of his wrist of his sausage links were split down the middle vertically. Reaching to the right, he grabbed a small bottle of hot sauce and drizzled it over. Dizzled? I fucking hate it here. Why did I say toast? I'm at eggs. Parmesan over his eggs in the center of his sausage. Nice. Pleased with himself. Took a forkful of sausage, egg, You don't think you even have any snacks? Oh no. Bro. You can't be snackless on a Monday. Listen, you could be snackless by like Sunday, but you need to restock that shit ASAP. Sat in silence. So they quickly, as they paid out their respective meals. Lucky is the first to finish. Finish. Not. That was delicious. Patted this time. He simply nodded. He simply nodded and waited in silence. Listen. Okay. So at this point, it should be nearing like evening-ish time, just because they got a late start. No, they got an early start, so it should be nearing afternoon, which gives me more time. Okay, cool. So I have kind of 2 ways I can handle this, which is I have more than 2 ways. But the 2 ways I would like to handle this next part, because ultimately this chapter needs to end with Jamie explaining, or either Jamie or Carol explaining that she's being offered a job, the fool's Carol, as a maid, as a server, right? And he's not going to accept it right away, which Jamie expects. So that's where like the chapter kind of needs to end, and them leaving for the day. Well, the chapter ends with them watching the stream. But like the last major plot point is that. But they need to... How many words am I? Because if I can have a full conversation now about Lucky's magic, I will start planting the seeds now. Because like Jamie's already aware, right? But he's not really aware how much it's bugging her exactly. Okay. Problem is I'm almost at 4,000 words, and it's probably going to take me 800 to a K to do the end of the day thing, which is going to put me really close to 5K. So this chapter might wind up being a little bit longer than where I want it to be. So we may not actually finish this tonight, which is okay. Yeah, I have some play. Realistically, see, the problem with putting everything that happens after Carol offering the job to Lucky, the problem with having a whole new chapter for the stuff that happens after is the day's still not over. So essentially I'd be starting a new chapter at night where they get home and they're watching the stream, and then they go from there. I want them watching the stream as like their end of day routine, right? I want them interacting with Anko's stream as their kind of like their bonfire moment, kind of like their meeting of the minds, relaxing. Mom and dad, got home, we had dinner, I'm gonna play some game with my friends, and then I go to bed moment. Like, I want that to be their thing that they've been bonding over for the past month since Lucky crash landed, right? This is the thing that is always there for them every single day, that they get to talk about, get excited about, they get to, make jokes about, reference, whatever it is. This is kind of their thing. I have other things, sure, but this is like one of their big things. Since everybody in Lucky's life moving forward is probably going to know them It's gonna be all right. What's wrong with a long chapter? There's nothing inherently wrong with a long chapter. I just don't like long chapters this early. Often. There's nothing wrong with long chapters inherently, but like, well, the chapter, like 5,000 words for a chapter isn't long. This isn't a light novel, right? So being 5k words is totally fine, but like, I wanted to be roughly average. I wanted to be at that 4,500 5k mark, roughly. But it really doesn't matter. The thing with word counts is they are a suggestion and a guideline above all else. A chapter needs to be as long or as short as a chapter needs to be to do what it needs to do, right? There's ways to like guide your chapter to kind of where you want it to be, because pacing's important. But in a book like this, where I'm not really writing for like a publisher or anything, it really doesn't fucking matter. Like realistically, chapter 1 and chapter 2 all could be the same chapter. But the reason why I separated them is because chapter 1 has a hard focus on the at-home life, and then chapter 2, like I'm not trying to have, I mean right now this would be 6k by itself, and there's still more to go. Almost 7k for chapter 1 and chapter 2. So I'm pretty sure chapter 1 was what? It was like almost just shy of 4k. But like these, thematically, chapter 1 and chapter 2 is the same day. It's your first whole day with the characters. But its theme is, oh, it's only 2,800 because I removed some stuff. So realistically, I could probably add this back in. But this is thematically got a different feel to it, I would say. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe there's a way to add it. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it with ball. Who cares? Literally, who cares? Nobody cares. Lamau. Fucking Lamau. Okay. Alright. See, now I don't have to care. We hit the who cares button. And now it doesn't fucking matter. Lucky simply nodded and waited in silence. Got time. I changed my mind. I would like to go home. Respond. His face remained stoic? No. Remained plain. Nope. Remained neutral. Alright. Yeah. Sounds good. Is it okay if we go talk to Carol on last time that we did? Yeah, one. Not on. Thank you. Cookies. Ears. Hooked up. And she. No. Sweet. Jamie beamed. Let's go. Jamie and Lucky approached the counter and waited for Carol to come and greet them. Thanks for your help, sugar. I think our new friend Chuck would have been Shucked. There's definitely a joke there. Come back to this. Shucked. Who had been so quick. What? What do you want from me? This is what it is. Caroline on the counter. You okay, love? She asked. Okay. Mm-hmm. He responded. Well, Jamie rejected. Is that the word I wanted? It might actually not be the word I wanted. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, close enough. It might be too strong. Jamie slipped in. That sounds wrong. He slipped in. Take my Astra upgraded to Izanami. Yeah, she's a top tier now. She's actually terrifying. Slept in. Hold is figure out the terminal. Not gonna pay yet. How you doing today, Nept? How's your Monday been before you take off? We won the scrim. Big fucking W. Holy shit, good job. Hard work does in fact pay off. Try out team. That's okay. A dub's a dub. That's a dub. That will remain a constant forever. Carol pushed his phone away. How many times do I tell you? I'm not encouraging you for a damn thing. Don't ask again. Oh, Betty. Jamie Wrigley. Reminds you of Virginia? Carol? Trying to get into main team for TF2 Highlander, which is like the 3rd highest division. Seems like a lot of work, but I believe you can do it. She does. I'm trying to give her a little bit of that. What's it called? That, caricature. Not necessarily Virginia, but yeah. Lost his phone into his back pocket. Let's not do that. Nervously. Yeah. Let's not do that. Oh. Thought so. Also, that needs to be a comma. So lucky. Do you have any plans or small? Don't have any plans. However, took away your guillotinas, your Susanoo, the god of destruction. Place must die. Imagine killing everybody. Imagine being a angry furry that glows green. Yeah, I don't have any plans. Ever. These bets on Moonlight. Oh, nuking everything? Yeah, typical. Okay, mopes. I have a little brain that doesn't look right. It's because it's not right. That's a moped. Mope. God, press me from corner to corner. That sounds like targeted hatred. Mope. Am I fucking stupid? Mope. Oh my god, you dumb piece of shit. Oh my fucking god, dude. You fucking stupid sack of shit. You dumb motherfucker. You actual piece of shit. You stupid fucking cat. You actual fucking loser. Oh my god. I fucking wrote mopped chat and I couldn't figure out why it didn't look right. And I fucking typed in moped and moop, like goop, but with an M. It's so over for me. Oh my god. Chat, how stupid did they come? Oh man. The only thing I want to get God pressed on right now is by my fucking pillows. Or my wife's tits, I guess. Man, what a way to go out. Damn. Actually, I don't like suffocation, so that'd be kind of scary. But I mean, like, hey, you win some, you lose some, alright? English is hard. Sometimes you look at the spelling of a word and go, why the hell is it spelled like this? That's how I feel about spelled, by the way. Like spell. Not spell, but like spelled and spelling. Both of those words make my brain hurt looking at it. It's been spelled that way for years, and I know it is, but still, yes, I agree. A word just feels wrong. There's a lot of words that just feel wrong to look at, honestly. Excuse me. Amy and Carol. Third. Brief. Let's. F. F, stupid. F. Brain, please type the right thing. Toss the counter. Place your hand on the back of Lucky's. Lucky quickly withdrew herself. Lucky quickly on to Jamie's arm. Please touch. Sorry. Appreciate the follow, Kaguya Hajima. Thanks for swinging by. I do a little bit of the streaming 7 days a week. Play some Final Fantasy, some fighting games, some story games, and oh, what up, Maury? I don't need to explain it though. Why you got alt already? You silly goober. Check Discord. All right, I'll check it when I can get there as soon as I can. Yeah, I do be getting baited lately. We're getting some alt accounts in here. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Thanks for the redeem. Love casting spells. Blush. Sorry, honey. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Hero smiled softly, but Lord softly. I think Mori is doing the things. So, Carol leaned behind counter, leaned. Carol Jesus reached under and pulled out a black notebook. Under pulled up a box with a ribbon on it. Pulled up a rectangular box with a ribbon on it. So, if you're interested, I'd like you to come by tomorrow and try working with me for the day. Lucky's heart beginning to pound quickly. Jamie, you here too. my god, I was right the first time. Good lord. Okay. Softly. I've got some quests. I've got a small party needs a quest tomorrow. Jamie nodded in the direction of the newly formed party of... Fuck, I think they were leaving earlier. When were they coming in? Uh-oh. I would have remembered this if I was still writing it yesterday. Took a seat at the table, enjoy their food. Okay. Vladimir to get taken care of. Lucky's there by herself. Eyes wandered. Notes. Yep. Alright. Hainme, one can use magic. Fourth person joined them. Silver hair, blue tail. Yep. Must be nice. This place is busy. Okay, I never stated they left. Correct. Because I was saving that for here. Okay. See, I'm not a complete fucking dunce. Jamie nodded in the direction of the newly formed party of 4. Lucky. I've been watching earlier. Got a party. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, what longer at the party? Back. What would Hainme need to do? Much to look cute and time to counter. Never easier to show me the ropes all day. Baby returns. Jamie's helping the squad. Yeah. Yep. Nin's going for her, oh, yeah. Smiled. Also, I should probably go and put people's ranks in their bios now, huh? That'd be pretty fucking smart. That'd be pretty intelligent, if you ask me. Okay. Yeah, small, return. That's sounds delightful. Settled. I'll see you both tomorrow. Girl slept around her. Oh. And take this with you and open up a gift from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us. I should really be typing out the numbers. I should be writing them out. Seven? Tilted, this side. You don't want to add in a thread if you look at being triggered. Yeah, I don't really know how to go about that, to be honest. I thought the thread would give it like a separate place so it wasn't in all the stuff, but oh well. Everyone. Surely. Pushed off counter. Alright. Thank you very much, Carol. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll show you. Stay safe. Two. See how they exit. They want out before they left the cafe. Lucky took one last party, and she did noticed that nope. Lucky left the cafe. Lucky felt was being watched. Quickly looked to where the party was sitting. Maybe I should have the final save. Maybe I will. Like I said, I don't think most teams are having like official names anyways, so you guys can kind of do what you want if you want one. Maybe you guys will earn yourself a team name or a title through your efforts or something. It was sitting and you waved meekly before Frenchers who had silver both hollow and the new owner way back and see whether to follow with need someone to call them in general discussion besides the squad. That's fair. the fuck happened here? An ad now. Krma. Mischievous. No, I'm just kidding. Where the fuck? I'll definitely take a look at something. I'll take a look at the thingy and see if there's something that I can be on board with temporarily. You guys can always change it later. Let's see. I'll have to come back to that. It's funny that they don't wave back. Not about having terror wave, but I'm just gonna have it. The reason they didn't wave back is because they were zoned out. They weren't even looking. Honestly. Friendly reminder it's not. Conversation on the way home was noticeably lacking in Jamie's several and failed spectacularly. So read here. Jamie searched, scratched, clawed, resources, his memory. What do you think? It's lucky. No, because this is I know what to do. Open the door to so what you think Anka be up to tonight? He asked. Probably terrorizing. Probably probably... Even a new character in... Damn. I never decided what I wanted the game to be that she's really good at. A new character in... Generally like the idea of squad names being named after the leader or being leader's choice, similar somewhat to Straw Hat Pirates, for example, or any One Piece character almost. The team name is based on all the members. That could become outdated if members left. On the opposite end of the spectrum, though, if the lead dies, then the name they decided doesn't make sense either, so there's pros and cons. Well, if the lead dies, they could just rename themselves or carry on in their legacy, so that would make sense. It'd be fine. Yeah, Twitch is a hater. But the reason most teams don't like assign names to themselves is because it just like it bears no relevance in terms of like in world. The ones that do is because they're usually closer, and or when a specific configuration is in place, they've like achieved notable feats, or you know, there's a reason. Like for example, if you slay a dragon with a party, you know, usually you get a title, that kind of thing. Maybe not dragon, but like, yeah, just in general. So that's why that'll happen. Or they refer to another group, for example, if they're rivals with another group. Rivalries are pretty far and few between, but usually they just refer to like the notable member of the party. The leader isn't always the strongest, so sometimes they'll refer to the strongest member, or the leader's, you know, the one that kind of keeps them all together, the glue that holds them together. So that's usually how they do it in world. There's obviously like exceptions to this, right? But there's always gonna be exceptions to the rules. But the norm is like most of the time people aren't naming their parties. I think what should happen is Taiga's character should be like, so what's the name of the party? And then everybody just kind of looks at Taiga funny, like there is no name, kind of thing. And then Taiga's like, well, that's not right. We're a team. We gotta have a name. We're a party. We gotta have a party name, you know? And then just like kind of gives them shit. And then once Taiga gets their official rank, then they settle on a name as like a reward, basically. And then like Taiga's really happy about that, and then feels fully included at that point. So I think that'd be like the best way to like make a name make sense for you guys, as far as like having a team. And then I'll just probably decide on a name at that point, depending on where we're at in the story and how it goes. Not worried about a name for a squad unless it's story relevant. That's fair. I think that having names would be cool, but I think that it should only be reserved for like teams that are very solidified, and or again once bestowed those names. Yeah, I think for you guys, I think that'd be a cute plot point, because then it kind of like translates what's been happening in Discord and in chat into the story as well, which I think is also very fun, in my opinion. Probably learning a new character. And you know, I'm just gonna say Street Boner 6, baby. City Brawler 6. Oh my god. Lucky kicked off. Use. Okay, why would I kick out? Why would the shoes get kicked off? Lucky's body skittered. A moment. Causing it to change into a button up pajama. Up a fuck. Pink button up pajama. With black loafs with a black loaf pattern on it. Her hair was changed to a messy bun, and she had yellow iron that studs in her ears. Solidified teams or share a specific goal as a team knows or also gives their members another purpose. True. Big ol' unity stat. No. I wish I could do that. On the side, he kicked off his boots. And yeah, I wish I could use my magic. Keep out. Okay. If it's really bothering you that much, we can probably help you out. You want me to. I don't wanna talk about it. Can we just watch and go your room tonight? Okay. He began to whine. We frowned. I don't know why. I'm never worried about you. Walk through the door. You are already back to normal. Uncle. Lucky yelled around about Jamie's. Alright. Jamie be followed. It's up. I need to take a quick shower. Remember, get your own blanket. You cannot get under my sheets. Remember to get your own back. Okay. He cheered from inside his bedroom. Ugh. Jamie quickly fiddled with his TV and got the... What's like the opposite of Twitch? Being like dead? Like what's the... Rest? Unwind? Stilled? Twitched? Twitch. I should just call it Quake. Oh, fidget? And that's funny. That's fine, it's fine. We'll just it's not opposite, but you know what? Fidget TV is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. TV pulled up. Tossed. Maybe the remote. Grabbed his night clothes. Switch even available on TV? Thought it wasn't. It is. Because remember. Talking. Get your own eats. Go south in unison. Jamie rolled his eyes. We have Roku, but it was removed from Roku in 17 for some reason. Oh, that's toxic. It's on LG. I don't know if it's on anything else, but it is on LG. Still can't believe much. Can't believe that one. Alright, I'll send you a DM once I look it over. Whatever it is. Just can't believe I let one get a hold and another get away. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's very sweet. So here. Files. Shower. Gifts. That sounds dangerous. You don't gotta give me anything. It's appreciated though. Thank you. Tiles in the shower. It's not carrot bombs. Okay. I'm gonna die via carrot bomb. Got it. Yes. to work tomorrow. Thanks for the reading. Let's see her. Justin. Pictured it for a moment and shook manage his head. Yourself together. Alma, the only one for you. After taking his time, getting dressed. Also, are you a VTuber? I know you're not asking me. I am not a VTuber, actually. Little did you know. That cute ass profile picture. Oh, I gotcha. You're taking his time getting dressed. Here's pajamas. Turbo shirt. And back to his darkened room. Only light source. It's the TV flickering. Nice Anka played. Anka comboed. Load. What the fuck? What's wrong with me? Combo. Am I tripping? Combo. Other players on the stream. Take a look at stream. Admiring her. Admiring her. Tuber. Character had. Ow. Right. Blue hair with pink notes. Back to playing Sekiro. If you send VRM file, I take pictures of us. I could try. I may not be able to get to it until like Friday or Saturday though. I'll have to use the poser ozers. But yeah, could definitely get to it by the end of the week for sure. Enjoy your Sekiro gaming. Thanks for swinging by. Pink highlights seemed to have a polar bear theme. Models, they see blue eyes and light blue polish. Jimmy earned his pension. You're lucky. So how is the get out from under my sheets, heathen? And yelled. No. 2 coffee. Lucky grabbed comforter and rolled facing the empty solid bed. Okay. Jenny left to grab remote. Turn it off. What? Scared? What's it called? Egged? No. Lucky. It's not mocking, it's fuck is it? Goaded. Jeepers. Scared of what? Only thing I'm scared of. I'm just gonna say scared of what, because it's just scared of. Next to a next to a beautiful woman. Be tapped in the bed beside her. Jimmy dead over the bed. Not unlike a poltergeist. Woman? Hardly. He got into bed and turned stream a little. Seriously? You cannot sleep in the bed every time you get upset or scared. Just for tonight. Being a sussy podcast, stop. Depleted. Anonymous skunk. The fuck? Who dat? It's been just for tonight. Off the month. It's been just for tonight. Yeah, put the remote on this stand. Yeah. I know. Close her eyes and immediately began snoring lightly. Such a pain. Yes. Jamie arrested. His head is and on her head and gently. Good night. And then I go here, I go here, and I go here. 5. Alright, shit dicks. That was louder than I meant it to be. Oops. I am going to quickly we're gonna bring Eve back real quick. Give me 1 second. We need to do a read through of this fucking thingy-majig. Give me 1 moment. I don't know if she'll be able to read the whole thing. Hee. Okay. Let me just get her back real quick. Oh, Eve, I promise I won't break you again on accident by trying to run a better voice running software. I'll be nice to you this time. I won't overload you. I promise. Please come back. Pretty please. Only got 17 minutes anyways. Eve, come back. Can blame it all on me. Imagine if I didn't ruin my voice years ago and go through all the things I did. Maybe I'd have like a half decent singing voice. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Okay. And then okay. Alrighty, let's go back to this. We're gonna do a quick read through, guys. Just to make sure we're feeling alright about it. Sound good? Sounds good. Alright, Eve. Trusting you with this shit. Oh my god, it's so many words. She might actually fucking explode. Loading time, 8 million. Please increase or reduce. Okay. Do what now? Woke up at 10 a.m. Oh, fair point. Damn. Imagine forgetting. Imagine forgetting about me. That's crazy. Literally kidding. I'm not parasocial, you are. Also, I would never. Shake my damn head. Oh, fuck. Lucky Tempest is 50%
Lucky,
of your
Eve,
day.
can you read this,
That's
please?
a lot. Oh,
Good
here we
meow
go.
Jamie. Did you hear me? Ugh, Jamie groaned as he moved his green locks from his face. What time is it? Jamie's voice was rough and a single tear protruded from his bright yellow eyes as he yawned. Nidanyo, but I'm hungry. Jamie looked down at the whining lump of mass sprawled across his chest. Lucky. Get off. Nope, too hungry. Lucky's voice trilled. Maybe if someone kept ramen in the house I could make my own food. Lucky lifted her head off of Jamie's chest, revealing a wave of silver hair and cat-like ears that matched. Her mismatched eyes of pink and red peeked playfully from behind the comforter. Puya see Jamie, I'll do the dishes. Say less. Jamie shoved Lucky off of him as he jolted to his feet. His gray flannel loungewear fit loosely on his body, and every left step his pants-covered foot slid on the hardwood floors. Thank you. Lucky exclaimed, unwrapping her fluffy tail from her waist. She too wore flannel loungewear, but the ones she adorned were a more colorful mix of blue and red. They both walked out of Jamie's modest bedroom and down a darkened hallway littered with posters that displayed different demi-human idols and anime characters. Lucky paused briefly in front of a poster that shared a striking resemblance to her. Hey Jamie. Lucky's absent-minded tone jingled down the hallway. Jamie turned on the electric stove in his spacious kitchen. Yeah, what is it? Lucky fidgeted with the poster in front of her, tracing her finger on the character's cat-like ears. You still mad at me? I don't know what you're referring to, but probably yes.
Reading.
Jamie chuckled to himself. I'm being serious, you meow. Lucky whined. Jamie cracked some eggs over a pan he had set carefully down. Okay. What's on your mind? He flipped his Kerbo hand towel over his shoulder. Well, I mean, you went off on me about taking Alma's form so much I had to change. Then you got mad at me for talking to the Vanguard agents when they came here. Then you threatened to kick me out when I made you break this dash. Okay, first of all, Jamie cut Lucky off and let out a deep sigh. You can't just go around pretending to be someone you're not, especially someone as perfect as my lovable, adorable, beautiful Alma. She's not real, Lucky whispered under her breath. Second, the Vanguard are some mysterious beings not even us higher-ranking adventurers know much about. All we know is that when they show up, crazy shit starts happening. People die, or wind up missing. And let's face it, no one can do anything about them or get any meaningful information. Jamie finished scrambling the eggs and dishing them onto a matching set of plates with cute little chibi characters on them. Sko. Nah, don't really, she feel big deal. A popsicle stick popped out from Lucky's mouth. Huh. Gimme that. Jamie yoinked the popsicle stick from Lucky's mouth, revealing a frozen squid on a stick that Jamie had prepared days before. Bad. Jamie pulled a squirt bottle from the top drawer and sprayed Lucky with it. Lucky jumped, NYOO. She bolted off to a nearby couch and slid under a Kerbo patterned blanket. Frustrated, Jamie tossed both of their plates and a bottle of ketchup on the kitchen table. And lastly, for the last time, I got upset with you because when you made breakfast, you tripped my security system and the fire department got called. That was a 350 credit bill I wasn't expecting. Lucky's head shot up from the cushion of the couch. And I told Mew that I will pay Mew back. Moping over to the kitchen table, Lucky plopped herself in the chair across from Jamie and shook the bottle of ketchup. Jamie snorted, pointing his fork at Lucky. Whatever you say, freeloader. Lucky stuck out her tongue and squirted ketchup in the shape of a crescent moon on the pile of eggs. Meow, it's perfect. Lucky shoveled a lump of egg proudly into her face. You know, if Alma was anything like you, I'd have to dispose of her merch. Jamie groaned. That's pause hit, Lucky spat. Jamie shook his head and drew out letters in the air with his left hand. BULLSHIT. Lucky lowered her face into her plate. Bullshit, that's bullshit. The two exchanged jabs a bit more before settling in and finishing their food. After some excited conversation about watching a popular streamer, later Lucky got up and collected the dishes from the table and stove. Jamie stood on her right by the drying rack with his Kerbo towel.
God.
As she finished her first dish, he reached out to grab it. Well, don't keep me waiting. Lucky raised an eyebrow, but I said I'd do the dishes. Yeah. Hurry. Jamie moved his hand closer. With a shrug, Lucky handed off the first dish and continued to do dishes. So, are you sure it's okay for me to go out there? Jamie chuckled. Oh, definitely not. The second you step outside, the hanger man will scoop you up and take you away. Hey, that's not funny. That movie was so scary. Lucky raised her leg and kicked Jamie in the rear. Ow.
Oop.
Ha ha ha, I'm sorry, it's just
Oop.
so easy to get you going. Jamie wiped a tear from his eye as he finished laughing, but in all reality you'll fit right in out there. In the city of Aegis, all kinds of people come and go. There isn't anything to worry about. Once you get to the base of the hills here, it's a straight shot to the city. Wyvern fare is cheap too, so you never have to worry about hoofing it for half an hour. Lucky's smile grew from ear to ear. I would love to ride a dragon. Wyvern, Lucky, Wyvern. Dragons are nasty creatures. Believe me when I say you don't want to encounter one in your lifetime. I mean, it's the same thing, you know. Lucky looked out of the kitchen window pondering. Shaking his head, Jamie sighed. And you're the same as Alma. Are you never gonna let that go? Lucky tried slapping Jamie, but he aptly dodged. No. The two chased each other around the living room and up the stairs to the loft, then back down again for a few dozen laps before Lucky dropped down onto the couch. All right, I'll do it. Her tone seemed different.
No, you.
Do what? Jamie sat down next to her and began petting her head. I'll go with you to Aegis today. For sure this time. I want to ride the dragon and meet Carol. Jamie felt Lucky's grip tighten around his wrist and could tell her breathing had quickened. He waited for a few moments. Maybe I shouldn't have forced the issue. Whoever she is, she's been through a lot, and anyone with a pulse can tell she's scared. Jamie inhaled to speak, but was swiftly shut down by Lucky pouncing to her feet. Let's pick out my me outfit. Skipping down the hallway and into Jamie's room, Lucky began going through his closet. Not this again. Jamie grudgingly followed Lucky and looked on as she would pick clothes out and throw them on his bed. This time make sure you put everything back, or else. Jamie warned. Naya, I'll clean up for sure. Lucky smiled when she pulled out a Kerbo shirt and a pair of joggers. Within a moment her body skittered slightly and she was wearing an exact pair of the clothes she picked out. Jamie stood in the doorframe unfazed with a scowl on his face. I don't know if I'm losing it or have spent too much time with her, but this whole shape-shifting thing doesn't freak me out anymore. His thoughts were interrupted when he heard her whine. That's Naya, quite right.
Yeah.
She looked down at her body and twisted back and forth. After a quick inspection, she reached behind Jamie's dresser and rolled out a full-body mirror. A few skitters later and Lucky's face was beaming with delight. She quickly ran over to Jamie and did a 360. I wonder if she remembers that this was what I was wearing when we first met. Jamie took a look at her up and down and gave a nod of approval. Hey Jamie, do you know why I picked this outfit out? Lucky leaned in. Jamie blushed slightly. I might have an idea.
What?
It's because you love this pink little guy and I doubt you would let me get hurt while wearing him. Lucky pranced past Jamie. Now turning red, Jamie clutched at his chest. Yep, that makes sense. His voice shook as the words left his mouth. Stopping for a moment, Lucky quietly responded. Also, this is exactly what you wore the day you saved my life. As quickly as she uttered those words, she had run upstairs to the loft to grab some of her things. Jamie quietly closed the door and assumed the fetal position. Okay, Wyatt. That was too cute. I can't handle this right now. That annoying freeloader can't just do this. That's what I hate about that obnoxious little blob. One moment she's all Vanaya, this and that, and the next she's this. Jamie took a moment to organize his thoughts and calm down before gathering his own clothes and hopping into the shower. She's going to be the death of me, isn't she? Jamie pressed his head up against the cold slate and let the water run over his body. Shortly after finishing, Jamie dressed himself in a set of expensive-looking adventurer's armor. It was clearly built with mobility in mind and even came complete with a cylinder-shaped sheath. Sticking his hand into his closet, he fumbled around a bit while looking at his bed riddled in clothes in disgust. Finally, he produced a sleek obsidian-colored rod that was roughly 3 foot long. It had a fitted handle and some custom engravings that were difficult to make out with the naked eye. One quick examination later, he thrust it into his sheath. Alrighty then, it's time. Jamie walked back out to the living room and signaled Lucky down from the loft. You ready? Lucky gave a quick nod before slinking behind Jamie, placing her hands on his back. Jamie pressed his hand against the door and released an insignificant amount of mana, causing it to slide vertically, giving way to the woodlands around his home. Let's go then, he stated. All right. The pair meandered away from Jamie's log home and carefully trekked down the hill to a path a handful of minutes away. Once it was within eyesight, Jamie pointed it out to Lucky. We then take this the rest of the way. It will lead us to a shrine. Once at the shrine, we will descend a few flights of stairs and then dash. Dragon! Lucky exclaimed. Jamie's hands flew in the air. Wyvern, Lucky. Can't you just do that thing where you put your head against mine again? The mind meld? Yeah, whatever that thing is that tickles my gate and makes my brain feel fuzzy. I know it gives you insight on things. For some reason your gate rejects me before I can get much out of Mew. Lucky explained. I was able to get the gist of the common language structure here though. Still, that's some ability you've got there. Jamie admitted. It didn't take long for the conversation to circle back to the streamer they were looking forward to watching later. Another handful of minutes later and Jamie greeted an average height shrine maiden with jet black hair. Jamie's voice was pleasant as he addressed her. Hello Hainme. Nice weather we're having today, huh? She nodded politely but kept her eyes on Lucky. Lovely indeed. Is this the Nico you kept talking about every day on your way to work? Oh, how rude of me. Hainme, meet Lucky. Lucky, this is Hainme, the most decorated shrine maiden under Locke's wing here at the Shrine of Calamity. Lucky clung to Jamie. Shrine of Calamity? That sounds scary. Hainme tilted her head in confusion. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Jamie quickly covered Lucky's mouth, reducing her words to incoherent muffling. I think she said it's scary how one person can do so much work around here. Jamie played it off calmly. That may be so. Hainme gave Lucky a warm smile. But you're welcome to come down here and help me whenever you like. Okay. Lucky nodded. Jamie and Lucky said their goodbyes and continued down the stairs. Jamie nudged Lucky. Remind me to give you a history lesson when we get home. Lucky pouted. After Anko's stream though, right? Oh, definitely after the stream. Jamie let out a hearty laugh. A gruff voice broke through their conversation, grabbing their attention. Oh, Jamie, are why taking Delilah today? The voice came from a husky man with a wild ginger mustache and enormous eyebrows. His overalls covered a black t-shirt that exposed scars all over his body. Jamie grabbed Lucky's hand and pulled her faster, closing the gap between them and the man. Baldy, you're back. Jamie's glee caught Lucky off guard. How is the baby? Baldy smiled. Wanna ave a looky? Baldy pulled a red phone with a giant V on it from his chest pocket. Of course. Is Genevieve doing alright? Is she back on her feet? Jamie asked worriedly. Baldy gave Jamie a light slap on the back. Jamie boy, the old lady is built stronger than any warwyvern. In fact, it took me and all of her brothers to keep her in bed resting. Baldy let out a deep laugh. Yeah, that's not going to shock anyone that knows her. Jamie grinned as he watched Baldy swipe through photos of his new child on his phone. Wait a second. Jamie's eyes darted around the area.
That's a good rest.
Baldy looked at Jamie. What is it, son? Jamie began walking away towards the nearby barn. Where is Lucky? Who? The Nico that was with me. Jamie started to sweat. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. She seems to be having a lovely time. Baldy pointed up towards the sky. Jamie gulped and raised his focus to the sky. His eyes widened as he spotted a black and gold wyvern rolling and looping in the clear skies above. Taking a step forward, Jamie's voice cracked. I need to help her. Baldy placed his hand across Jamie's chest. I think Delilah has taken a liking to her. Now she's got 4 people she's taken a liking to. 4. Jamie's jaw hung low. The two of them stood there admiring Delilah's flight patterns as she showboated for Lucky. Occasionally, the sounds of Lucky's squeals of excitement reached the gentleman below. Since Jamie had calmed down, he scanned his phone to Baldy's terminal, paying for and registering Delilah for the day. With a quick whistle, Jamie signaled Delilah down to him.
Need to put the clothes away.
After saying his goodbyes, Jamie grabbed the reins and swung himself onto Delilah. Before he could fully settle in, Lucky squeezed Jamie's midsection and began hopping up and down. Let's go, let's go. Her impatience manifested physically as she kicked her feet lightly. All right, Delilah, can you take us to the northern drop-off in Aegis, please? Jamie ran his hand down the side of Delilah's neck. With a tiny little gallop of her rear legs, Delilah burst into the air, fanning her wings before soaring south. The roar of the wind vibrated in Lucky's ears and whipped her tail around, causing her to automatically wrap it around both Jamie and herself. Jamie stammered, "See, could you dash?" "What was that? I can't hear you." Lucky belted as they went even faster. The tips of Jamie's ears turned the color of burning coals as he remained silent. "I'm not saying that shit out loud." He was in fact not going to embarrass himself at that time. Luck's giddy laughter and squealing were lost in the slipstream Delilah left behind them. It seemed like only a moment, but they had reached their destination. A beautiful ivory city sprawled out in seemingly every direction. They were but a blip in the sky. Even further south an ocean sprawled infinitely, and to the west an intricate system of roads led to and from the city of Aegis. The east, however, had more woodland than anything else. Delilah slowed herself and bumped in the air 3 times, signifying she was about to change her movements. They quickly tucked themselves closer to Delilah's back as she dropped masterfully down towards the drop-off. Voices from a colorful cast of humanoids echoed throughout the streets. The glamorous sheen of Aegis's architecture cemented newcomers in place as they gasped in awe. In every nook and cranny of this bustling hub city you could find all sorts of people from different walks of life. The shadows of wyvern fluttered overhead as they would come and go from drop-off spots. Not too far away from the northernmost drop-off, an easily excitable Nico's nose flared at the scent of salty sea air. "Mew, this place is huge." Lucky's tail flicked from side to side and her ears were rapidly adjusting to the various noises of the city. "You get used to it." Jamie grabbed Lucky's hand. "Now come on, I'm going to show you how to get to Carol's place." "Right." Her eyes sparkled as she let Jamie lead them a handful of blocks south. As they meandered down the city streets, Jamie would often point out landmarks and important directions for Lucky to take note of. Generally keeping her on task feels impossible, but this is going surprisingly well. Jamie grinned at the thought. Lucky tugged on Jamie's arm and looked up at him expectantly. Coming to an abrupt halt, Jamie turned his gaze to where Lucky was pointing. I got ahead of myself." Across the brick-laid road a vendor had a wheel cart filled to the brim with an assortment of freshly fried seafood. Jamie shook his head. "No, Lucky, we are about to go to A. Are you drooling on me?" Lucky buried her face into Jamie's arm, shaking her head back and forth. "Nah, can't help it." "Ugh,
So fucking
stay."
stupid. Jesus.
Jamie rolled his eyes and stomped over to the cart.
So
Lucky
funny.
fiddled with her hands and whispered, "I'm not a dog, me no." Jamie pointed at a breaded squid on a stick before hovering his phone over a tiny kiosk on the cart. Lucky's tail wiggled as she kept a close eye on Jamie's back. "He's the best." Lucky couldn't stop grinning. The wiggles began extending from her tail to her whole body. Finally, the agonizing wait was over and Jamie returned with some freshly battered fried squid for Lucky to munch on. Jamie held it out in front of Lucky and she raised her mitts in anticipation. "Okay, before you eat this." He waved it to the side and her eyes darted after it. "Before you dash." With a snappy motion he moved it in the opposite direction. Her eyes once again followed the squid on the stick. His lips deviously turned upwards as he began rapidly moving the stick in various directions, causing Lucky to move her hands slightly to follow it around. "Jamie Poisy." Lucky's stomach rumbled slightly. Jamie held it still directly in front of her face. "Before we get there, just promise me that you won't leave Carol's today until I get back." Lucky froze. "You aren't staying with me?" "Unfortunately, no. You know how I leave the house most days for a little while?" "A little while?" "It's hours." Lucky protested. Jamie ran his fingers through his hair and sighed. "Sure, but that's when I go off to work." "You keep bringing up this work thing. Is it really that fun?"
So I just need to
"Are you
address
serious?" Jamie stumbled over his words. "No, work isn't fun." "You don't mean to tell me that you've never had to work before, do you?" Lucky shrugged. "Nah, I don't even know what it is." Passerbys began looking towards them, trying to make out what all the commotion was about. Jamie lightly placed his hand on Lucky's back to guide her in the direction of their destination. "Okay, so you know how I always talk about credits with different people?" Lucky nodded. "Well, the credits I use to purchase things like food, wyvern fare, and such I get from working as an adventurer." He explained. "Nio, so like a job." Lucky said dryly. Jamie frowned at Lucky. "I think you hit your head when you fell from the sky." Lucky looked around absent-mindedly for a moment. Not sure if that's possible." "Shut up." Jamie groaned. "Mew mew." Lucky ran her mouth down the side of the fried squid on a stick to get the last bits of food in her mouth. As the two walked in tandem, Jamie would continue occasionally pointing out landmarks and waving to acquaintances.
Shake my motherfucking
That's different.
head.
Lucky observed a softer look in Jamie's face for a moment. We're here. Jamie's voice carried a wave of relief with it. Donk. Jamie's abrupt stop caused Lucky to bounce her nose off of his back. While rubbing her snout, she peered up over her hand. Oh, meow. Lucky's eyes sparkled as she inspected the three-tiered storefront before her. Lucky's head tilted as she read the fancy cursive sign with a teacup on the plaque, The Fool's Carol. Grinning, Jamie responded, Yep, that's my home. Your home. We just came from your palace. Lucky's tail drooped. He shook his head. You'll see. Jamie reached out to Lucky, offering her his hand. Shall we? Accepting his invite, they each placed a hand on two girthy wooden doors before giving them a shove. Before either of them could see what was inside, they were greeted with a warm aroma. Lucky's nose twitched as she chased the scent like a predator tracking its prey. No way. Lucky's captivation with a small baked good behind a pane of glass seemed to alert a worker at the counter. A somewhat raspy voice perked Lucky's ears up. Hey sugar, would you like that Luna loaf? Lucky raised her head from the display and saw a taller woman with faded blue eyes looking down at her. After taking a quick look from side to side, Lucky clasped her hands and took a step away from the counter, accidentally bumping into someone. From behind, a familiar voice comforted her. Yeah, I'll take two. Craning her neck back, Lucky looked up at Jamie. Sup? He grinned. Where did you go? Lucky complained. Jamie shook his head. You're the one that ran off without me. Anyway, Carol, can I pay you for those on the way out? I need to go speak with Vladimir before he takes off for Lumenview. Carol leaned back against a counter with various ingredients on it, letting her dark locks sway in tandem. The old man should be in the hall working the counter with Betty. She pointed over her shoulder with her thumb. All right, Lucky, why don't you get seated somewhere and order yourself some food? I'll be right back. Jamie motioned to a nearby table. Appreciate it, Carol. All of it. Jamie walked off towards the back of the establishment. And Jamie, you don't need to pay me, you hear? Dot. Carol yelled after him. Lucky awkwardly shuffled to the aforementioned table, quietly sitting down. A taller maid with a scornful look began approaching Lucky, but Carol waved her off. After making her way around the counter, she placed a neatly arranged plate with a hefty slice of Luna loaf and some confectionery sugar dusted over it. On the side there appeared to be some reddish jam wiggling from when she set it on the rounded table. Lucky's tail couldn't stop from banging against the finely crafted wooden chair her rump laid on. Well, don't keep me waiting, sugar, eat up. Although rough, Carol's voice was light and carried a sweetness that rivaled the snack before Lucky. You Naoki. Thank you very much. Wasting little time, Lucky tore a piece of the bread and dipped it into the perplexingly colorful jam. Nio my gosh. Lucky hysterically jammed another bit of her snack into her mouth. Fifth, it's shoe good. Lucky's cheeks exploded as she tried speaking with her mouth full. Jamie wasn't lying about your table manners. Carol giggled. Lucky tried swallowing but began pounding her fist on her chest as she began to choke. Carol calmly slid her a mug of cocoa and watched on as she downed it in one gulp. Naya. Jamie talks about me? Every day. Carol sighed, but that sigh quickly turned to a wholesome grin. But I totally get it. Leaning forward, Lucky whispered, so meow hat does he say? Mirroring Lucky, Carol moved forward and put her hand on the side of her mouth. Well, he talks about how you're a messy eater, how he's constantly cleaning up after you. He keeps bringing up how you made it so he could never look at Alma the same again. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the time you caused a fire in the kitchen. Lucky's ears drooped and she looked down at the table while playing with her fingers. Nice see. But, Lucky's ears perked up. He clearly sees something in you, something good. He's not the type of person to just do everything he's done for you without a good reason. Will he save someone's life because it's in danger? Yeah, of course. But will he home them, teach them about the world and try to make them comfortable? Well, apparently, but I never thought so. Wait, so do you know about my dash? Gossiping? Jamie's voice caused both of the ladies to jump. I'm going to get you two some food. Carol scurried off and Jamie took the seat to the right of Lucky. So what do you think of this place? Lucky's gaze traveled the room, occasionally stopping on other patrons or some of the employees busying about. It's Sayut. She said simply. I know, right? I thought you might take a liking to it. Am Naya bother? Lucky stared at her half-eaten Luna loaf. Her bottom lip trembled. What? Am Naya bother? I don't mean to make your life harder. Tears welled up in Lucky's eyes. Jamie frowned. You're a pain in my ass. Lucky flinched and closed her eyes. But, I'd say that having you around has been a lot of fun. Listen, I don't know what you've been through, mostly because you won't tell me. But the way I see it, everyone has flaws, and while your flaws can be a lot sometimes, I'd say you've got some really great positive qualities. Tell me. Lucky whispered. Huh. Tell me what they are. Lucky repeated herself. Jamie caught a glimpse of Carol eavesdropping from the counter. Oh man. This is so awkward. He could feel his heart begin to race. Well, for starters, Jamie avoided making eye contact. When you commit to something, you really try your best. Everyone does that. Lucky protested. Jamie gritted his teeth and put on a fake smile. Didn't you ask me to tell you? Or are you going to object to every compliment I give you? No, police continue. Lucky motioned at him. Oh, thank you so much, he said dryly. You have a way with animals and monsters. Your shape-shifting ability is really neat. You're fun to be around and do stuff with, and Jamie paused and ran his hands through his hair. Lucky leaned forward. Anand? Don't keep Naya girl waiting. Well, you're kinda see you dash. Right as he was about to finish, a younger Viara burst through the front doors. Somebody help. The bunny girl's voice was stricken with fear. Before Lucky could even open her mouth, Jamie had already begun making his way to the younger girl. My name is Jamie. I'm with the Fool's Carol Guild. How can I help? Some men took my father around the corner and were yelling at him, saying mean things. Alright, I want you to go talk to the nice lady at the counter and wait here until I get back. Jamie quickly made his way out of the cafe and Lucky got up to run out after him. I doubt they would do anything too crazy in broad daylight. Jamie reasoned as he turned left from the entrance, making his way to a nearby alleyway. Once he turned the corner, he saw 5 figures standing over a crumpled man with long bunny ears. Jamie stood tall as he called out to the group, Hey, what seems to be the problem? The smallest member looked up first. Shit, I told you guys someone would notice us here. A larger mountain of an orc-like demi-human grunted, Who cares? The boss said to get his money. Lucky stood around the corner listening carefully. I want to help him. Lucky clenched her fist but shook her head. Give the man his money back and step out of the alley so we can talk. Jamie demanded. A human with a scar on his forehead stood up brandishing a Krminian pistol. Or what? You gonna snitch? Jamie sighed. No, but medical expenses for criminals are a tad bit ridiculous in Aegis. The large demi-human let out a guttural of a laugh. Is the puny human attempting to threaten us? Last chance, Jamie took a step. Suddenly the air grew very dense. Even Lucky, who was around the corner, began breathing heavily. 5. Jamie appeared in front of the orc, driving his elbow deep into its solar plexus, momentarily suspending him in the air. With a decisive spinning heel kick to the temple, Jamie knocked one of the other members into a nearby concrete wall, causing the man to convulse. 3. He grabbed the smallest member by the neck and lifted him into the space between himself and the man with a pistol. He shifted the small man's body to and fro a bit, making sure to block the gunman's view. There was a Nico here somewhere. Jamie's eyes scanned the environment. Oh no. His face tensed up as his brow furrowed. 2. With a quick flick of his wrist, he launched the chrominium rod from its sheath into the gun hand of his foe. The pistol spiraled from his hand, but before the gun met the ground, Jamie spiked his body shield head first into the concrete below. I am sorry, I was just following orders, said the last standing assailant. Jamie swiftly closed the gap and dispatched of the gunman with a precise hook to the kidney. Me too. His voice was monotone as he snatched up his rod and resheathed it. Don't move another inch. A voice hissed from the entrance of the alleyway. Figures. Jamie looked back in the direction from which he came. I'm sorry, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Lucky struggled against the Nico holding her hostage. A dagger traced her throat. Now listen here, seaweed head, the shady Nico called out. You will ACK. 1. Jamie's fist sunk deep into the Nico's diaphragm as he whispered into their ear. Lucky gasped as she fell for a moment. Catching her, Jamie carefully placed her down. You okay? Lucky teared up a bit. Yeah, nice sniffs, nah, I'm fine. Jamie contemplated for a moment, then finally spoke. I'm glad you're okay. Listen, I need to check on the kid's father. Want to come with me? Nodding sheepishly, Lucky clung to Jamie as they walked back to the now standing Viara. The Viara had exquisite ornaments in his ears and donned verdant robes. Ah, a member of Bernsnachian nobility. This should be fun. With his quick inspection complete, he brushed some dust off of his chest. That aside, I must be off my game. I let one of them get a hostage, and there was a sixth on the rooftops above that slipped away. Well, one thing at a time, I suppose. Jamie offered the bruised Viara his hand. Hello, sir. I hope you're not too badly hurt. Anything broken or missing? The Viara chuckled but began coughing instead. You humans never cease to amaze me. He then grabbed Jamie's hand. Oh. And why's that? Where I'm from, if a cottontail came running for help, everyone would assume they would be sent to the hungry maw of a wolf. Jamie eyed the Viara. Well, this is Aegis. We do our best to look after our own here. What's your name? The Viara scrunched his nose. Chuck is fine, and I am not one of the lovely Aegis's people. Hello, Chuck. My name is Jamie. And you should know that Aegis is a city built on refugees, adventurers, lost souls, and dash. Jamie helped Chuck turn the corner, cast out nobility. You could tell? Chuck asked, shocked. I'm not sure anyone in this city would have mistaken you as anything else. Jamie chuckled. Let's get you back to your daughter. I'll have the two of you speak with Vladimir. He'll see to it that you're taken care of. After finally returning to the Fool's Carol, Chuck's daughter came running up to show them the star-shaped pastry Carol had given her. A starbit, one of my favorites. Jamie knelt down. Did you get the one with cocoa or jam? Jam, it's delish. The Viara child tiptoed with glee. Chuck cleared his throat. Tolly, introduce yourself and give thanks to these strangers. Know these do-gooders. Thanky. Oh. My name is Tolly, nice to meet ya. She exclaimed. Jamie gave her a high five. My name is Jamie, my companion here is Lucky. Now Tolly, your bravery and quick thinking saved your father's hide. Thank you for looking out for him. Upon seeing Jamie's warm smile, Lucky loosened her grip on his arm. Jamie pointed to the table where Lucky left her half-eaten Luna loaf. Why don't you go make yourself comfy while I introduce them? Lucky obliged and took her seat back at the table. She watched him walk off past the counters and through an entranceway into another room. After taking a deep breath, Lucky slowly began eating her Luna loaf again. For the first time since she set foot in the establishment, Lucky took note of the various happenings inside. Nigh everyone is wearing the same thing one of Jamie's Alma figures had on. What did he call it again? Her eyes wandered to a table across the room where a rather rowdy party was enjoying their food. See, I told you maid cafes are the best. The one with black and red hair said. The one with black and white hair had been poking at their food. It's fine, I didn't really want to come here. Cherie, that's why you kept complaining about the job taking too long. You were mumbling about cute maids spelling your name on your Omuris in your dreams. The last one with light purple hair teased. Shut up, Nept. What's that you always say, tempura? No, you? Nept retorted. Alright, you two, behave. We're on guild grounds. The one with black and red hair leaned forward, resting her chin on the back of her wrists. Remember, we are supposed to be meeting our new fourth here today. So behave. If not for yourselves, then do it for me. She said coyly. Alright, Holly. Tempura said. Nept leaned back. You're no fun. Holly looked at Lucky, her silver eyes locking momentarily with Lucky's. Lucky quickly looked away. A maid cafe, that's what the Fool's Carol is. Nice. Lucky absent-mindedly consumed the rest of her Luna loaf and someone placed a plate of Omuris down in front of her. Involuntarily she began devouring that as well. But more nigh importantly, Lucky placed her hands under her bum to get them to stop shaking. Why can't I use my magic? The sound of the rowdy table getting up took her away from her toiling. She noticed that a fourth person had joined them. A Nico with silver hair that ended in blue tips was exchanging greetings with the other three. Must be nice. Lucky slumped in her chair before shoveling the rest of her meal into her mouth. She watched for a handful of minutes as Carol and the waitstaff busied about. greeting and serving customers as they came and went. This place is busy. It wasn't much longer before Jamie rejoined Lucky at the table. So, where were we? Jamie waved down one of the servers. I don't know. Lucky sighed. Jamie raised his left eyebrow. You sure you're okay? Nye. Don't know. Jamie leaned forward. Do you want to go home? Lucky shook her head. Do you want anything else to eat? Lucky shook her head faster. Jamie got a shit-eating grin. Do you want to go for a walk? I am not a dog. Lucky pouted. Alright, well let me know if there is anything I can do. The server came over and took Jamie's order. Even though Lucky had just finished her meal, she asked for a bacon cheeseburger. With a click of the pen, the server took off once more. Lucky stared at Jamie intently. What now? Jamie sighed. You were pretty cool today. She said bluntly. PBFT. If you thought that was cool, you should see me when I'm actually working sometime. Lucky shook her head. I'm good. Why's that? He asked. I don't like the idea of needing to be saved. I can't protect meowself or anyone else, right, meow? I'd be a liability. Jamie studied Lucky's expressionless face. You know, you aren't wrong, but Jamie stopped talking as the server came back with their food and placed it in front of them. He shifted his turkey sausage to one side of the plate, his scrambled eggs to another, and left his hotcakes at the bottommost section. With a swift flick of his wrist, each of his sausage links were split down the middle vertically. Reaching to the right, he grabbed a small bottle of hot sauce and drizzled it over his eggs and the center of his sausage. Nice. Pleased with himself, he took a forkful of sausage and egg, then shoved it into his mouth. The two sat in silence as they pigged out on their respective meals. Lucky was the first to finish, but not by much. Well, that was delicious. Jamie patted his tummy. Lucky simply nodded and waited in silence. Cat got your tongue? Jamie smiled. I changed my mind. I would like to go home. Lucky's face remained neutral. Alright, yeah. Home sounds good. Is it okay if we go talk to Carol one last time before we dip? Lucky's ears perked up and she nodded. Sweet, Jamie beamed. Let's go. Jamie and Lucky approached the counter and waited for Carol to come greet them. Thanks for your help, Sugar. I think our new friend Chuck would have been chucked if you hadn't been so quick. Carol leaned on the counter. You okay, love? She asked Lucky. Lucky responded. Well, Jamie slipped in and pulled out his phone. Take out the terminal so I can pay you before we take off. Carol pushed his phone away. How many times do I have to tell ya? I'm not charging you for a damn thing. Now don't ask again or I'll call Betty. Jamie hurriedly tossed his phone into his back pocket. Why yeah, let's not do that. He said nervously. Thought so. Carol winked. So Lucky, do you have any plans for tomorrow? Lucky moped. I don't have any plans. Ever. Jamie and Carol shared a brief glance. Carol reached across the counter to place her hand on the back of Lucky's. Lucky quickly latched on to Jamie's arm. Please no touch, sorry. Lucky seemed flush. Carol smiled softly. Sorry hon, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. It's alright. So, Carol reached under the counter and pulled up a rectangular box with a ribbon on it. If you're interested, I'd like you to swing by tomorrow and try working with me for the day. Lucky's heart began to pound quickly. Would Jamie be here too? Unlikely, Jamie said softly. I've got a party I need to help with a quest tomorrow. Jamie nodded in the direction of the newly formed party of 4 Lucky had been watching earlier. Nio, okay. Lucky looked longingly at the party, then back at Carol. What would Nye need to do? She inquired. Not much, mostly look cute and tend to the counter. I will be here to show you the ropes all day until Jamie returns. Carol smiled. Lucky formed a small smile and returned. That sounds delightful. Carol slapped the counter. Then it's settled. I'll see you both tomorrow. Oh, take this with you and open it up when you get home tonight. It's a gift from the 7 of us. The 7? Lucky tilted her head to the side. You'll meet everyone eventually. Jamie pushed off of the counter. Alright, thank you very much, Carol. We'll see you tomorrow. Later, Sugar. Stay safe. You too. Jamie waved as he headed for the exit. Before they left the cafe, Lucky felt like she was being watched. so she quickly looked to where the party was sitting. Nye knew it. She waved meekly at the 4 adventurers who had been sizing her up. Both Holly and the newcomer waved back while the other 2 just followed Lucky with their gaze. A little while later Jamie and Lucky returned to Jamie's cabin north of Aegis. The conversation on the way was noticeably lacking and Jamie's several attempts to get it going failed spectacularly. I'm getting a little worried. Actually, I know what to do. Jamie opened the door to their home. So, whatcha think Anko will be up to tonight? He asked. Probably learning a new character in City Brawler 6. Lucky's body skittered for a moment, causing her to change into a pink button-up pajama set with a black Luna loaf pattern on it. Her hair was changed to a messy bun and she had cute little wyvern studs in her ears. You know, I wish I could do that. Jamie sighed as he kicked off his boots. And I wish I could use my magic. Lucky pouted. Lucky, if it's really bothering you that much I can probably help you out if you want me to. Lucky began to whine, and I don't want to talk about it. Can we just watch Anko in your room tonight? Jamie frowned. I don't know why I ever worried about you. We walk through the door and you're already back to normal. Anko. Lucky yelled and ran back to Jamie's bedroom. Alright, Jamie followed. I'll get it set up, but I need to take a quick shower. Remember to get your own blanket, you cannot get under my sheets. Nah, okay. Lucky cheered from inside his bedroom. Jamie quickly fiddled with his TV and got Fidget.tv pulled up. He tossed Lucky the remote and grabbed his night clothes. Remember, Jamie started talking. Get your own sheets, they said in unison. Jamie rolled his eyes and went to the bathroom to clean up. I still can't believe I let one get a hold of her and another get away. Jamie leaned against the tiles in his shower. I don't want to work tomorrow. I want to see her in the maid costume. Jamie pictured it for a moment, then shook the image out of his head. Dude, pull yourself together. Alma is the only one for you. After taking his time getting dressed in his own plaid pajamas and Kerbo shirt, he walked back to his now darkened room. The only light source was the TV flickering as Anko comboed other players on her stream. Jamie took a look at the stream, admiring her VTuber model. The character had bright blue hair with pink highlights and seemed to have a polar bear theme. The model's icy blue eyes and light blue nail polish were iconic in their own right. Jamie turned his attention to Lucky. So how is the get out from under my sheets, you heathen? Jamie yelled frantically. No. Too comfy. Lucky grabbed the comforter and rolled facing the empty side of the bed. Lucky. Jamie went to grab the remote. I'll turn it off. What? Scared? Lucky goaded. Scared of what? Laying next to a beautiful woman. Lucky tapped the bed beside her. Jamie stood over the bed, not unlike a poltergeist. Woman? Hardly. Jamie got into bed and turned up the stream a little. Seriously, you cannot sleep in my bed every time you get upset or scared. Just for Tonyite? Lucky pleaded. Jamie put the remote on his nightstand. It's been, just for tonight, half of the month. Yeah, I know. Lucky closed her eyes and immediately began to snore lightly. You're such a pain in my ass. Jamie rested his hand on her head and gently rubbed it for her. Good night, Lucky. Welp, that was a long read, but hey, at least it wasn't boring. Jamie and Lucky are so cute, teehee. I'm glad she's finally opening up to Jamie. Maybe he can make her feel a little less scared. I wonder what that box Carol gave Lucky was. I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow. I hope they don't get in too much trouble.
So... placing the box Carol sent them on his dresser. Noticing the site of those that are its bed. Then toss Lucky the remote and Greg is not close. Okay. Good. Alright. We cleared up some of the things. I think it is I think it's a good spot actually. I do need to just really quickly yeah, and then we go back down here. Drop off. Take this. They're definitely gonna get into trouble sooner rather than later. Back up. To it's the fools. Okay, we're done. Goodie. Just for funsies overall, just shy of 9k words, or just shy of 8,500. It's not bad. I think I got quite a bit done today too, which is awesome. It puts us at the end of chapter 2. Alright. Save. I am way over time though, and I have to upload my stuff still. I can't believe she took fucking 40 minutes to read that. It's fucking insane. I'm trying to close up now. Well, in my brain, when I had Eve read the thing to make sure that it was correct, I thought it would be done in like 10 minutes, because I still had like 12 minutes. And it wound up taking quite a bit longer than that. She literally just got done 3 minutes ago. Yeah, of course. Baby girl. Well, I am going to call it a night. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Yeah.